So this video is intended to be a workshop to help you with levels of organization. We're going to be making a foldable, and it's going to look somewhat like this. And what we're going to need to start with in order to make this foldable, you are going to need 3 sheets of paper, and they do not have to be colored. Mine are that way because for the purpose of this video. You're going to need a pair of scissors and something to write with. I'm going to use a marker just so it's easier to see. And also, if you would like, you can also grab a highlighter to kind of emphasize some keywords that we're going to be going over. And then you're also going to need something to put it all together, as in a stapler. Now, you could possibly use glue instead, or you could even tape it together. But I'm going to use a stapler for this video. But as you see me put together, if you don't have that, grab some tape, grab some glue, and try to put it together. Okay? Also, if you don't have any of these things, you can attempt to make this foldable in your notebook just by following along with me. Okay, so go ahead and pause the video and collect these items. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is build this foldable. So I'm going to take 2 of the sheets of paper, and I am going to stagger them. I'm going to put the top one, you can see, the top one a little bit over. Let's give it about 1.5 inches, 2 inches. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take these 2 pieces and fold it over. Okay? So that you have 4 sections. Then you're going to take your 3rd piece of paper and you're just going to put it at the top of this paper like this so that I get 5 sections. And then you're going to take the stapler and just 1 staple at the top. Okay? So like I said, if you need to, you put like a little bit of glue on the inside here to put these papers together, and then just glue the back along the top. Okay? And then, because we want to represent going from the most cells that we have in the organism, because there's the most of those, to the one organism, we're going to cut these. So what you're going to do with your scissors is you're going to cut these sides here. And we're going to cut up at an angle, like so. And then on this side, cut up at an angle. Okay? And so we should get that shape. Now, me personally, I really don't like this little piece that's still down here. So I'm going to just cut some of that off so it looks a little bit more even. Okay, so now we have our foldable and we are ready to put in the information. Now the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to start with the least complex. Okay, and we're going to start with our cells. Okay, and then that'll take us to more and more complex. So we'll have tissue, organ system, and then the last one that is the most complex is the organism. Okay, so for each one of these sections, we're going to do plant examples and animal examples. Okay, so we're going to start up here with cells. Now, an organism is going to have the most of these, that's why it's the biggest section. And so what we need to remember is that all living things are made of cells. Okay, and like I said, for each one of these, we're going to do plant examples and animal examples, because they're different and we need to know for each one, and also because they have different types of cells. So our plant example would be their different types of cells. So like, for example, a leaf cell, okay, or a phloem cell. Okay, and then the animal examples would be things like a bone cell, a red blood cell, okay, or even a nerve cell. Okay. Key word here, you're going to see the word cell to describe the type of cell that it is. Again, least complex, and all living things are made of cells. Okay, so our next one is tissue, which is a collection of cells. Okay, and this is many cells working together. So we're going to make sure to highlight that point. So many cells working together. Okay, and again, we're going to do plant examples, and we're going to do an animal example. And again, we're going to think of it, that these are many cells all working together to create tissue. Okay? So for a plant example, tissue might be the xylem and the phloem. In an animal, you might have blood tissue, skin tissue, or muscle tissue. And they're labeled tissue. Our next level is organ, and again, we are getting more complex. So, an organ is made of many tissues put together to create an organ, and they're working together. So again, we have our plant example and our animal example. Okay, so plant examples can be, well, think of a plant. The stem, the root, the leaves, the flowers, or even the fruit would be a plant's organs. Animal organs are things that you think of that you have. An eyeball, your heart, a mouth, skin is a very large organ, brain, your liver, oops, or your intestine. Okay? So those are examples of all the different types of organs that you can have in both plants and animals. And again, this is all the tissues working together as one organ. Okay, so the next most complex level is the organ system. And this is many organs working together. Many organs working together. And so again, plant examples and our animal examples. Okay, our plant example can be the shoot system, or the root system. Okay, the animal example can be the digestive system, or the circulatory system. We'll also put in skeletal system. These are a combination of organs working together, okay, to create that system that's part of one organism. Okay, our last level is the organism itself, and that is the most complex level that we have, the whole complete organism. And this is also the largest level. As in, this is the largest part of the organism in that it's the whole organism. Okay, so in this level, we have all the organ systems working together. Okay, so we have all the organ systems working together. And again, this is when we have both a plant and an animal example. So we have our plant example and our animal example. Now our plant example one would just be the whole plant, like maybe like a daisy. So I'm just going to draw a quick flower. Okay, and that includes the flower, the leaves. Okay, we would also have that root system that's underground. The entire and complete organism would be included in the plant. Okay, now our animal. I'm just going to draw a quick person. Okay, I think I'm just going to draw a stick figure. Okay, and for the sake of it being a simple drawing, I'm just going to put human being. Okay, so I hope this helped you understand levels of organization a little bit better, and now you also have examples for each one. What you need to do is use this foldable to study if you're having issues. If this is your second time failing, then I need to see this before I will approve you for another test. I hope this helps.